Hi, good morning. My name is Samuel Cortez, and I am the instructor for Geography 104 online class for this summer. I am going to do a brief overview of the syllabus. So again, you have it in writing. You have it here. Um, um, as a document. You also can download it as a PDF document, and so you'll find it in different places throughout the Canvas page. So again, this is a fully online class. Everything, all the assignments are online. So you need to make sure you have a reliable internet connection. Make sure you have a computer that where you're able to get to the assignments, be able to have uh, um, some of the software needed, for instance, like Word or PDF, access to all those documents, so you can submit your assignments. Again, uh, I you can basically submit assignments uh, uh, at any time, except that they need to be submitted by the deadlines in order for you to get full points. Some assignments may be able to be submitted after the deadline, but you will lose points as a result of that. Literally, the more points the farther you're away from the deadline, the more points you are going to lose. I'll talk a little bit about that later on. I'm not going to read the descriptions here. You can see some of those. Uh, but again, some of you may need to read at least the general description catalogs. So this course is a survey of the world's major geographical regions, including Europe, North America, Latin America, Africa, Australia, Oceania, and Southeast Asia. Emphasis is placed on the historical, environmental, cultural, and economic technological factors that impact these geographic regions, areas. This course is intended for students majoring in geography and for all students interested in world geography. Um, uh, Again, some of you may be able to get equivalency or credit for some of the courses that are required for your college admissions. Um, uh, this is another way to describe this course. This course examines the diverse social, cultural, political, economic, and environmental geographies of different regions of the world. This is a thematic course and not your traditional where is what geography course. This is an issues-oriented class that explicitly recognizes the vast geographic changes taking place because of globalization. As geographers, we think it is essential to understand and critique two interactive themes: the consequences of convergent environmental, cultural, political, and economic systems inherent in globalization, and the persistence and even expansion of geographic diversity and differences in the face of globalization. In conjunction with lectures, course materials will be covered through readings, mapping assignments, and online discussions, written assignments, and films. Again, some of the learning objectives. We are going to use geographic terminology to identify areas of geographic study and describe major cultural realms and regions. We interpret information about spatial features and relationships revealed through reading maps. Describe the world's main environmental systems and patterns of industrial development. Explain current political and economic trends in European realm based on its physical setting and sub-regions as well as its historical legacies and cultures. Identify the physiographic regions within the Soviet realm, this Russian realm. Analyze how regional differences have led to geopolitical fragmentation in the post-Soviet Union era. I assess the role of natural resources and agricultural developments in the rise of North American realm as an industrial and post-industrial power. Compare and contrast cultural and economic development of the Middle East and South American realm based on each each one's experience with conquest and colonization. Identify and explain which regional issues have led to geopolitical conflict in North Africa and Southwest Middle Eastern realm. Analyze current economic and social problems through Saharan Africa based on factors such as climate, resources, colonial legacies, cultural differences, and nationalism. Compare and contrast the effects of globalization on the geopolitical, cultural, and economic experiences of Southeast and Southeast Asia. Analyze the environmental issues currently affecting Australia, New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, and the Pacific Islands. Students learning outcomes. Students who complete Geography 104 will be able to critical think critically in reading, writing, and speaking about topics in world regional geography, thereby identifying problems, thesis, arguments, evidence, and conclusions. In communication, you'll be able to write or speak about topics in world regional geography, thereby addressing problems, formulating theses, making arguments, analyzing and weighing evidence, and deriving conclusions. In terms of personal action and civic responsibilities, you would demonstrate an ability to understand one's role in society, take responsibilities for one's own actions, and make ethical decisions in complex situations. Global awareness articulates similarities and contrasts among cultures, times, and environments, demonstrating an understanding of cultural pluralism. There's a required textbook. The required textbook it is available at the city bookstore. It is called. The authors are Rowan Tree, Lester, and various others. Globalization and Diversity: Geography of a Changing World, 5th edition. Editor is Pearson, 2017. ISBN 9780134166186. The cheapest version that I can find is a 3-hole punch loose pages version available at the bookstore. The prices might have changed, but it's an estimate. There's also an online version that I have provided a website for people to click on that, and you may be able to find it there as well. If you, this is simply an online version. The library as well, a city library, also has one available that I think is usually set right next to the required to the hardcover version. Of course, you're not limited to the bookstore. You may be able to find it at Amazon, Barnes, others online areas where you may be able to find cheaper versions, used versions, rental versions, and so on. If it is a disadvantage for some of you to buy these, to be able to purchase these materials, you may want to check what is called the Student Emergency Textbook Loan Program, where they may be able to provide assistance with textbooks. For veterans, military veterans, they also may be able to go to the Veterans and Military Resources Resource Center, where they may be able to provide information as to what what is available in terms of support for you to be able to get the textbook. We'll be using Canvas in this class. Everything is on Canvas. You need to be able to get into Canvas. I'm giving you some direct links for you to be able to log into the course. Go into the portal. If you have any issues, you can call that number. They're very supportive, 24/7 available support for helping you navigate. I'm giving you also a very a brief introduction to the menu that you'll find. Again, I'm listing specific things that the menu does, such as the announcements, for instance, where you have all my announcements. I usually send an announcement every week, lets you know what is going on in the class, and in terms of what assignments are coming up and so on. Again, there's one for discussion. We'll have some discussions online where you're required to submit your position on various issues, including world news. And again, there's also an assignment page. Most of these assignments are also posted on the modules. The modules are organized in a chronological fashion, going week by week. Every week, you'll find everything that is that is contained within that week. The topic, assignments, everything is will be listed on a weekly basis as we progress through the 8-week session. Here's also some technical requirements as to what you need in order to be able to go into Canvas. If you have not taken an online class, I suggest that you go very thoroughly with some of this information. Lots of links to train you on online courses. There are links to to just about everything you need to know basically about the working online, as well as specifically about Canvas. And again, there's also a 24/7 help desk page where you'll be able to talk to a human, a person, that be able to answer questions that you may have accessing Canvas or anything about the online course. I listed a whole series of what we call netiquette when you're on an online environment, and this is basically what I'll be reading directly from that. An etiquette is a set of guidelines for good behavior in an online environment. It is the etiquette for the internet, and knowing these social rules can help you have a more rewarding class. Netiquette guidelines discussed here are the ones that are specifically important in an online classroom. And now these also come directly from the district. They are set up by the district to what kind of etiquette needs to be followed on online courses. You need to participate. In fact, I suggest that you check Canvas on a daily basis, as there are lots of things happening, particularly in this 8-week session. Remember, the human tells you basically that there's behind everything that you're publishing, everything that you're reading, everything that you're talking about. They are humans. We're not robots. So people will react. People will react to what you say, what you express. In most cases, I'm not going to be asking you for opinions. In this class, we're critically analyzing issues. I want you to see both sides of a particular issue if it's one of those controversial ones. But in most cases, I'm not asking your opinion. I'm asking you to critically look at some of these topics. And then, once you know the background, once you understand in geography, for instance, the geographical context, then you may be able to do your opinions, and then you'll be someone who can express those on your own. But again, this is not a debate class. We're not presenting people's opinions and debating. We're understanding the background so we can then form opinions. Be kind and understanding. Try to help each other out. Respect people's time. Again, if you cannot find something on Canvas, or if you don't remember when assignment is due, look them up, find out the information. Edit and proofread before you post. Be careful with making sure that everything is written in standard English. It's not a chat session where you can just loosely talk. Anyway, do not use capitals. If you use capitals, that means you're shouting at people. And no flaming. Do not go after somebody because of different views that they have on different things. Careful with cheating. Academic misconduct and dishonesty is not tolerated. In most cases, you get a 0 on the assignment if it's found to be plagiarizing information. At the worst, if it's a habitual things that you're doing here, or if you habitually copying perhaps from other classmates, then they might have to be sent up to the community college district for disciplinary procedures. I'm not going to talk about all the other stuff. I only have about 15 minutes here. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a part 2 of these of the syllabus, and I'll get started there from attendance. Okay, talk to you in a second.